Hi there, I'm Colin Lamb, aka the Tone Wizard, and I hope you're doing very well, wherever it is that you may happen to be. And let me tell you something right now. If you would have told me 3 years ago that I would spend a considerable amount of money on a ticket and accommodations and travel to a different country to go and see the band Phish, and might I add, drag my wife and my young son along with me for the journey, I would have called you a crazy person. I would have said, that's not me, but hey, I'm glad I'm not sterile. I'm glad that I have a family. That's something to look forward to, right? But all kidding aside, I'm going to see Phish. And let me tell you something. My little channel here recently rolled over 1,000 subscribers, which is not a big deal in the grand scheme of YouTube, but it's something that I'm proud of. I'm happy that that's happened, and a big part of that has been talking to you guys about Phish. You know who you are. You know who you are. You've contributed to the channel. You've shown me things that I could never have found. Oh, Jesus Christ, I could find a belch, no problem, and I can always find a beer in the fridge. But you people have literally been the helping friendly book for me, and I just want to thank you very much. I started doing the Getting into Phish series on a bit of a lark. I thought it would be fun. I thought I would find it funny. I believed a lot of the cliches. As a Ween fan, I kind of bought into this combative element to the fandoms that really I don't think exists outside of the internet. If I'm honest with you, I haven't seen any evidence to support that. People, as I've said on the channel, they like to take a swing at Phish because it's a soft target, and maybe it makes them feel better or about their lousy guitar playing skills. I don't know. Anyways, I speculate, but thank you very much for joining me on all these videos. I'm going to keep going with my album reviews, and I'm actually going to do a brief review of a live one because a lot of people have recommended that I check out a live one. I just did Billy Breathes, and I've kind of been going chronologically, but it made sense to do a live one because it kind of fits into that time window. I'm kind of moving past that time, but it's a live showcase of the best, I guess, of that time, or at least that's my understanding of it. So I am going to do a brief review of that album, but fuck it, man. I'm going to Phish. I'm going to night one of the Seattle run on April 14th. It's my birthday weekend. And I can't do the full run because, like I say, I'm bringing the family down. We're going to go down the day before and do some family stuff. And let me fucking tell you something, man. I went on to the hotel booking site that I use, and I punched in the hotel, and I found a hotel. And then I remembered I've just gotten used to booking a hotel for 2 people, but now I've got a family. So I forgot about the baby, but it's my understanding that babies stay for free. So I changed that piece of information, and then all the results changed. All the prices changed. Everything fucking changed. And I don't like, babies are supposed to be free, and evidently they're fucking not. And then I read something about an occupancy law, and maybe having a baby in the room changes the occupancy. I don't know, but it was a fucking pain in the ass. But I'm going. I digress. Who would have known having creating a human life would be so freaking expensive? That probably, you know what, all these things that people were saying to me during the course of the pregnancy, all that, I just blocked it out. I go my own way. Anyways, before I do the review, I thought it would be nice to discuss what I might expect to see at the show. I know this isn't the 90s. This isn't the time of the Clifford Ball shows. It's a different crowd. There's different. I mean, where am I? I've heard people talk about 4th generation fans. I mean, how do I fit into this? Let me know in the comments. I don't even know where we're at with that shit. It's not the old days, but I do expect to see some of the old element there. I would like to see a Wookiee. I'd like to meet some people. I'm going to the show solo because, God damn it. It's Friday, get it in you. I'm going to the show solo because my wife has no interest in going, which is the honest answer. And this is kind of a last minute thing for me. And also, you know what? I like going to shows by myself. I've gone to Ween shows. I've traveled down to the States and gone to Ween shows by myself. I've always met people, or at least had friendly interactions with people. And at the very least, I've always gotten fucking some degree of shit can fucking loaded. So I'm looking forward to that. But my personal hopes is that I can see a little bit of the culture. So let me know what your experiences have been at shows recently and what maybe I can expect. But in terms of a set list, I would be happy if I got even a few of the following tracks. If I got a Waste, I think I would be tremendous. I would be happy with everything else that happened. I'd really like a Simple. I think Waste and Simple have always been my two favorite songs. Waste, more of just a traditional kind of song, and then Simple being like, I think in a literal, it's in the title. I mean, it's kind of like a very stripped down version of all the best things that Phish do. And I've always liked that weird little harmony that's in the like, we've got saxophone. I've always really liked that harmony. I'd like to hear that live and see that. If I could get an AC/DC bag or a Wilson from the man who stepped in yesterday, I would be very pleased. And I even know when to shout Wilson. And this is going to be cliche, but I'd love to see a Chalk Dust Torture. But Yem would be a real nice thing, and maybe a Fluffhead. And you know what? I think I could probably go on and on like this, but that would be the core. That's been probably my most favorite stuff so far. AC/DC bag would be fucking awesome. I'm obviously, you can go online and see what they're playing. I think they're in Mexico right now, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw Trey post from Mexico. It was a video about tuning up the piano there, or something like that. I saw that on Instagram today. But anyways, I want to do like a very brief review of a live one. I've been pretty busy with at work, and I've been doing some other videos on the channel that you can check out if you're interested. I've gotten into the band Ghost. I know my channel kind of goes all around the place, but a lot of those people have chipped in. They're very nice, a nice community of people online as well that I've kind of stumbled into, and I think that might be what the channel's kind of becoming. It's about music cultures and music subcultures. But anyway, I digress and I sip. I listened to a live one twice driving around on my work during my work day. And this is just my personal highlights off the album. I really like Gumbo. It was a song that I'm not familiar with. It's kind of funky, and it started out, and I wasn't really feeling it, and then it really hooked me in around the midway point. The only thing I will say is that horn outro, the way that I had my EQ set, I kind of trimmed a little bit of the bass and the mids in my Spotify, and that New Orleans kind of horn section at the end there really fucking pierced into my skull. I had to turn that down. The Yem, that version of Yem has inspired me to want to hear that song live. I think it's around 4 minutes when they kick into the meat of that song. It's fantastic, and it always reminds me of the kind of Zappa song, Peaches and Regalia. That always that song reminds me of the Zappa stuff that I've heard that on that album. Slave to the Traffic Light was one that I also really enjoyed. I just don't enjoy the little reggae snippets. I would be happy at the show that I'm going to see if there was no reggae and no funk siren. People who've been watching my channel for a while know that I'm not a friend of the funk siren. The Chalk Dust Torture on there was pretty standard and pretty classic, but that kind of led it into the 30-minute version of Tweezer, and I did do all 30 minutes of Tweezer twice. But here's the thing. Got into a little fucking traffic incident today during my Tweezer, and I really wanted to listen to it a little better and get some finer points out of it. But there's a situation where I was making a left at a light, and everybody was lined up, and nobody would let me in, and I had a trailer on my truck. And the Tone Wizard had a little bit of a road rage incident. A 30-minute Tweezer was playing in the background, and all you heard was references about the freezer and the tweezer. So that was fun. That was a bit of a weird soundtrack for some road rage. But of course, after that, we got my Simple. And I think this might be my favorite version of Simple that I've heard live so far. There was a video that I was kind of going on about from around, maybe it was a 1999 version of Simple that I really like. But I do like this one from the Clifford Ball set. I did enjoy that. And so here's what I'm going to say. I found the mixing of it to be a little troublesome. And I'm not too sure if it was the stereo that I was listening to, but I did have to trim a lot of the bass out. And I'm just wondering if that was a speaker thing or if that is a mix thing, because I have said before in other videos that I found that I couldn't hear the bass player. But then in the last album, Billy Breathes, I thought he was a lot more present in the album and, in fact, on the cover of the album there. But yeah, let me know. Anyways, I'm going to give this live album a very solid 7 severed medical hands in a snowbank dropped off at the wrong address by Pure Later out of 10, because I did enjoy it. It was nice to drive around and listen to it, and barring that road rage incident, it did put me in a pretty good mood. So very much looking forward to going to see this Phish show, and very much looking forward to getting into some of the other albums, because there's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to be at these shows and I'm going to hear newer material that I'm not familiar with at all, and I'm probably going to have to look at the set list afterwards to figure out what the fuck I just seen. Now, I am going to be doing a little bit of a vlog too, for the show. Just, I mean, mainly for my own records. I don't know if you guys like vlog sort of stuff, but I'm gonna fucking enjoy this. It's gonna be my birthday weekend. I'm not quite 40 years yet. I'm turning 39. I'm fucking hanging on to my 30s. I'm slowing down a bit though, folks. I am really going to enjoy this show. I'm really looking forward to it. I wish I could go to all the nights, but I just can't swing it with the family. And I actually have some birthday commitments the following day on the Saturday that I'm going to be rough as fuck for. So anyways, really looking forward to the show. Let me know if you're going to the show, if you're going to be at any of the other shows. And please let me know what I can expect and what I can look for, and if there's any mischief the Tone Wizard can get into. But thank you very much for watching this video and all the Phish videos, and I look forward to talking with you in a future video. Take very good care of yourself, my friend.